cool season grasses. So cool season meaning not really to grow in more of the southern states. You can grow these, but they're going to be very high maintenance, okay? And like I said, they make different varieties for each type of grass. So you may want to check that out first and then see if that works for you. But for the most part, these are for the northern states, and they grow best there because they have more cooler areas and they grow the best there. So the first one I want to talk about is fescue. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the video. Just wanted to jump in here and say I hope you subscribe to my channel because we're giving away these free tools this month. So don't forget to subscribe. Now back to the video. Fescue is mostly grown in your northern temperature. Now what we do grow here in South Carolina, especially for pastures, is called a tall fescue. Now that grows really well around here, but again, you need irrigation on that, and you need to be able to have a lot of rain to keep that growing year after year, okay? And around here, we could have a drought for about 2 or 3 years, and you'll see that start to kind of fade out. And then what comes in is usually Bermuda will start taking over, and then you get a kind of a pasture will be more Bermuda. And with the fescue, you'll have to lime that every year to keep that growing really good, okay? Lime is the best thing to use if you're growing fescue. My mother used to grow it for her horses, and that's the best thing she did for it was lime it every year, and that stuff would just do well, okay? So like I said, fescue, except for the tall fescue, most of those are for the northern parts of the nation where they have cooler temperatures, 65, 75 degrees. Now I know in some of those parts of those areas, Montana and all that, they get really hot. I've been there when it's been hot before, and so you can get some hot weather up there. Doesn't last very long, but you can get those types of months where it gets pretty hot. So it's just, this is what we're talking about, is consistent type of weather. Trends that are usually in that area are usually in the cooler part, okay? It will need a significant amount of water. Down here in the south, it'll need a ton of water to keep it from drying out and keep it from going into dormant. Once the heat comes out here in about July, where we're getting 100-degree weather, you're going to see that fescue will start to kind of go into this brown stage. So they're watering probably 2-3 times a day just to give it enough water so it won't start to die, okay? Because so it is a very high maintenance lawn. It's easy to get brown patch in that, and you're going to need more than 1 inch a week to keep that grass growing and alive, especially in the southern states, okay? Now, it'll grow good in the clay soils. It'll grow pretty good. You may have to amend the beginning of your soil when you're putting it out. If you're doing like a seed, you'll have to amend that soil. Make sure you have some good black dirt in there, some good topsoil. Mix that in with the clay, and maybe some sand that'll kind of loosen that dirt up, and throw out your fescue, and just make sure that you are keeping up with the watering schedule to get that to kind of pop up. Now during the spring it does really well. In South Carolina, when it starts getting hot is when we start running into a problem with it. So the next one we'll talk about is called Kentucky bluegrass. If you can grow this lawn, this is a very, very nice lawn. It's probably one of my favorite lawns that I've seen in Kentucky. When we went up to Kentucky to visit some attractions up there, I remember going through these horse farms, and it was just such a beautiful sight. This is a really beautiful grass, but again, that's in that area that's a little bit more north, and they have that temperature in the soil that allows them to grow this lawn or this grass, and it is just beautiful. And it does have that beautiful blue sheen across it, especially if it's just all over a pasture, fenced in horses. I mean, it's just beautiful. Now, neither one of these, fescue or Kentucky bluegrass, will take a lot of foot traffic, okay? So you're going to have to be aware of where this is. If it's going to be in an area where you're getting from point A to point B and you have to walk across the lawn to get there, just know that you will have a trail through there in a very short amount of time, especially if you're walking on it. If it's wet, if it's been raining a while, because you'll start kind of trampling that grass, and it's just going to lay down and then eventually just die. So especially animals, if you have a dog or something like that that has a certain path, they'll wear a path out pretty quick with fescue or Kentucky bluegrass. So Kentucky bluegrass is a beautiful lawn. Remember, you have to have those temperatures of about 65 degrees all the way up to probably about 75 to really grow this lawn and for it to really do its best and be its best. As far as like any type of diseases, you're going to have to watch out for brown patch. So some of the things you'll need to know about Kentucky bluegrass is that it is very susceptible to dollar patch, which is a fungal infection within the grass. So you have to be aware of that. It doesn't germinate very, very quickly either. So it takes a little bit longer than it would fescue to germinate. It's not very heat tolerant, drought tolerant. You'll need to fertilize it a lot. Those are just some of the things that you'll need to know about Kentucky bluegrass, and to know that it's not a low maintenance lawn and it's not going to be a very fast growing lawn like your warm season grasses. The fescue, it's not a very quick growing lawn either. It'll germinate after probably about 7 to 10, maybe 14 days. You'll think, wow, my grass is dead, and all of a sudden it'll start coming up. The seed will. It'll start germinating, but you'll have to reseed these types of grasses, these cool seasons, every year to keep it thick. Okay, so it's not going to be one of those lawns that you just put it out. Even if you do sod, you'll still have to do those types of things to keep the lawn thick, because you're not going to have a lawn that just keeps on growing like it does with the warm season, where they just kind of have these rhizomes that just spread and grow and spread and grow. Fescue does not have that, and neither does Kentucky bluegrass. You're going to have to really stay on top of them, and you're going to have to know that reseeding is a part of a yearly thing that you do every fall. Okay. Other than that, they're beautiful lawns. They're very, very sought after because of their beauty. A fescue or a Kentucky bluegrass lawn, it'll be amazing. If you can keep it beautiful year round is the only thing, especially in the southern states. And putting a lot of water on those two types of grass during the year. We have a lot of humidity in the southern states, so putting a lot of water on these lawns, because you have to, that's where you run into the fungal problems. Humidity and water just mix, and it just causes a lot of harm for those types of lawns. Kentucky bluegrass will not take shade, is not very shade tolerant, so just be aware of that. Fescue, it'll take that dappled shade and it'll grow really well in there. So if you have a lawn that has that dappled shade, that would probably be one of the best lawns to have if you're in the southern states. Okay, guys, I'm glad that you're here to see this video, and thank you for watching it. I hope it helps you out, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you, guys.